Okay. Hi. I am Sweet Gwendolyn. This here is Doggy Rita, who loves jumping up, except for when I ask her to. She will make an appearance probably before this is over. But anyway, I am doing my quarantine video log. Today is day 3, the third full day of quarantine for me. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2020. You can hear Rita eating her dinner, so she is a presence, whether she is in frame or not. And so this is the third video I'm doing, and I've decided to just give it a little structure. What I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to start with the news and then switch over to just like personal observations and experiences. So, if anyone, I still am doing this with zero knowledge as to if anyone's going to care or not other than me about these videos. But if people start watching it and they want to start watching it for the, daily news updates, that's cool. And if they want to just tune in, like jump to partway through to just hear how I'm doing, that works too. But anyway, the big news today is that Austin announced that they're going to do a shelter-in-place order tomorrow, or I should say they're going to announce the order, but they're not saying when it will take effect. So if I had to guess, they're probably going to announce the order tomorrow and then have it take effect on Wednesday. But we'll see. And then just, thank goodness, and just let's hurry up and get this on the state and ideally national level. I've unfortunately read that Trump is already looking to ease restrictions because he's worried about how it's impacting the economy. And just to be clear, by that he means he's worried about how the economy will affect re-election for him. Unfortunately, dead people cannot spend money or vote. So even if it's just self-preservation on his part, I hope he will think that through some more. Or that other people who can think it through will advise him. Then also local news is that KXAN had an article today saying that almost no one in Travis County is being tested. They have such an extreme shortage that they are only testing people who are hospitalized. So there are people who are being told, I guess the term is that their doctor has a high suspicion that they have it, but unless they're hospitalized, they're not going to get a test. So when they are saying that Travis County, they're saying 52, 56 cases, those are 56 people who got the test and were diagnosed. I mean, who knows what the actual numbers are? I mean, I'm sure it's in the hundreds at the very least. Hopefully it's not worse. More numbers going into the national level. Worldwide, this is according to CNBC, a few hours ago, worldwide COVID-19 has infected more than 350,536 people. I guess they got that from Johns Hopkins University, and that it has killed 15,328 officially. Again, the actual numbers are clearly much, much worse. They also say that global cases have more than doubled in the past week, according to the World Health Organization, and worldwide deaths have nearly tripled. And Italy has currently the most after the original outbreak in China with 60,000 cases. The other world news, or I guess national news update is that Mario Cuomo, who incidentally has been amazing, that is how you do a press conference. He understands what is going on and that people are going to die, and he's trying to take urgent action, which unfortunately he's not getting the level of federal help that he needs. But he has ordered that all hospitals add beds. Basically, New York State has confirmed 20,875 cases. And so he basically ordered hospitals to double the amount of beds that they have, which I'm not sure that's the thing you can just order, but I think the basic idea is to just, squeeze extra beds in wherever they will fit. And I guess in theory, if you have a, specific COVID wards, I mean, they're already infected, so they're not going to infect each other. And let's see. Oh God, and then on the shittiest level, just like I suspected yesterday, of course he couldn't pass up that red meat for his base. Our Texas Governor Greg Abbott has put a moratorium on all abortions in Texas today. In fact, I think he just did this a few hours ago. He's pulling the same crap Ohio pulled, I believe, yesterday, saying that he's banning all non-essential or elective surgeries. And I am glad to say that in Ohio, and I think just Planned Parenthood in general, which is relevant because obviously they operate a number, although not all facilities in Texas. They have said that they are not going to comply in Ohio because abortions are essential health services. So I don't know where that's going, but it's just really disgusting. It's a disgusting thing to do to the women who are frightened and seeking abortions on the cusp of a major pandemic. It's unconscionable. What if being pregnant makes you more at risk or more at risk for severe symptoms? It's just a burden no one should be having to carry, especially at a time like this. Getting back to my life, and this is going to be a pretty short one. Not a lot happened today. I just, stayed home and tried to take care of some business. But I realized just honestly two things I forgot to say previously. When I was talking yesterday about, driving around through downtown, I forgot to mention the homeless camps, because that has actually been on my mind a lot. In Austin, having trouble remember the timeline, but about 6 months ago, they, in an effort to decriminalize homelessness, they changed the ordinances so that homeless people could set up tents. And so all these tent cities have popped up predominantly under overpasses, but in other places too. And mainly that's positive, but it definitely makes the situation more visible. Oh yes, good old Greg Abbott had people come in and tear down the tents. That was maybe 3 months ago, in the middle of winter, and without giving proper notification, so people lost like their medicine and birth certificates and stuff like that. And anyway, just like people in prisons and immigration detention centers are in very bad shape. Homeless people, I mean, at least they have the freedom to social distance, but it's a very, very bad situation. There's a homeless camp not too far from here on I-35 under the overpass downtown in the 6th and 7th Street areas, and I am definitely thinking about them and wishing them the best. There have been a lot of efforts nationwide to house the homeless during this, which it would be great if we just, kept that up permanently after this. And and then the other thing I realized I forgot to mention, the first day, I was saying my last days that I got to go out, and I went to a few shows last weekend. I meant to mention I stayed away from everyone. I just stayed in the very back. I just needed to get out and see some performances, see some people. The crowds were definitely on the thinner side for what they would be, but this is, so I guess at this point, 8 or 9 days ago. Yeah, 9 days ago. So, I don't know. It was a calculated risk on my part that I could stay away from people and just, get some social contact, not the physical kind, the 6 feet away from each other social contact, since there were so few cases, of course, probably more than we thought now, at the time. So it's been interesting to watch this rippling through people's consciousness on Facebook. There are still people who are, you know, trying to cling to their normal lives, and, you know, as long as there's less than 10 people, they don't see a problem. And then the flip side is there are a lot of people who honestly beat me to self-quarantining by a week. They were much more attuned. I mean, I think I was fairly attuned, but they were not messing around at all, and they've been self-isolating for a while. So I don't know, it's sinking in. You can see it happening. I can't wait till the shelter-in-place order is up tomorrow. And I see Rita took a break from eating. Let me see if I can get her to join us in the frame. Hey Rita, would you like to jump up? I think that's a yes. Come on, jump up. Jump up. Good girl. Oh, she's just out of frame. Come here. Oh, hi. Here, you want to jump up? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh. Rita has mixed feelings. I'm sitting on a piano bench, so she has mixed feelings about climbing up on things. Beds and couches are great. Benches are a little less trustworthy, I guess, in her mind. But anyway, so yeah, Rita and I are doing well, and it was basically an uneventful day of nothing happening on the home front. All the action was in the news. That was pretty much it for me, so I'll tune in, you know, I'll come back tomorrow and let y'all know what's happening then. Talk to you then.